Surge's probably the cleanest Fox body we've ever seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
So first off, congratulations on how clean this thing is, man.
Thanks.
Not only is it clean, but this thing moves out. This thing moves out, man. What's the fastest this car's ever been?
850 at 162 is the current best.
850 at 162.
Yeah, it's
wow, man.
It's at 3,710 pounds.
And this thing is just, I mean, full weight. It's not a race car, I guess. It's a full street car by any means. I mean, we have AC blowing nice and cool. It has a stereo back there. I mean, it's not a light girl.
No, she's not.
So you have a cutout in this thing, huh?
I do. It opens it up. It helps with the back pressure. Builds boost a little faster. It's a little louder, but
nice. Oh, it sounds awesome when you open it up.
Yeah, it can be fun.
setting, you click to the next gear, and just wow, Jesus.
Yeah, it makes you feel alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome, bro. Makes the Hellcat feel like a Corolla.
Yeah.
So what's the setup on the car?
It's a 1988 Celine. Had it for about 20 years. Two friends had it before me, so it's been in our racing family for a long time. A guy named Jack, and then Tony Ohm, which you might know, actually used to own the car about 20 years ago. I just picked this one to, you know, go crazy with. The block is a A2 based dart block, A2 deck, built by MPR. I didn't use aluminum rods because I drive it on the street quite a bit, and obviously that they don't last as long in the Fords,
right,
for whatever reason. The turbo kit's a custom kit built by Power by the Hour, and built the Divine from Bullseye. Got me a nice little setup. It's an 83 millimeter Batmo wheel Bullseye. We went with the stainless steel back housing because we wanted to get maximum turbine wheel. You know, for back pressure with the V8s, it's a problem, and in a small package. So actually did a good job with that. It's a 470 Ford tranny, 470W. That's been built by PBH. Been really good to us. Got a Lentec valve body, Circle D converter, and you guys known the car for a long time. We've changed a lot of stuff around, and we picked up, I think it went about 8.5, the best 8.6, 8.5, 162. It did that at about right at around 11, just over 1100 horse. We picked up a little bit more than that, but we're having some issues holding it at the big end. We got our 60-foot sorted, and hopefully short, we'll have a converter solution for that. And we feel confident it should go in the 830s.
Dude, that is a seriously fast time for a full street car. You know,
yeah.
I mean, you see a lot of obviously gutted Mustangs and Foxes and race cars out there, but I mean, this thing is, by all means, what you would consider an absolutely full street car.
Temp, a lot of the big challenges, not that making power is easy or cheap, but it's a lot easier than it's ever been, I think. But making consistent power, keeping it cold, keeping AC, that's been a big challenge. Getting the car to be happy at that power level on the street.
Especially doing it at full weight. I mean, what does the car weigh?
3710. People will go crazy when I say that, but if you start
that's really heavy for a Fox body.
It is, yeah, nobody wants to believe it, but it's a big 470W. It's a turbo kit, bracing, roll cage, seats,
full system in the back. I mean,
yeah, full system.
It's a nice. We'll show some shots of it, but it's really clean.
Yeah, I use a boat battery because, you know, the stereo can take it and everything else. It doesn't help with weight, but
most guys have a little tiny 2-pound battery, you know.
Correct. Yeah, I can bang this thing and still turn it on and go. You know.
That's awesome, man. That's so awesome.
So you do give up a lot, but that was the goal for the car since day one: is how fast can we possibly go in a car that's not spooled. The rear end's an 8.8 with a wave track. 9-inch ends. It's been proven to be very solid even at this weight, and a non-spooled car with overdrive that can cruise 80 around 2100.
Oh yeah.
What does it take to do that? And takes a lot of trial and error.
Oh yeah. I mean, you've had the car a long time. I mean,
Oh,
was the
yeah.
car always this nice, or
No.
you put a lot of TLC into it?
Yeah, it was a dog when I got it. No offense, Tony, but it was. Those guys used it to race, and she was pretty beat up. That's why I changed a lot of the body panels on it. Celine makes a beautiful car, but I'm not a fan of the wing. I'm not a fan of other parts of the car, so I've changed seats, wing. I know it's not original, maybe a mistake, but I wanted to make the car that I liked.
No, but that's what it's about, you know,
Yeah.
making the car to your liking, and you sure did a hell of a job, because it's probably one of the nicest Foxes we've ever seen.
Thank you, and it's, you know, it's nice to drive. It's easy. We're cruising 65 at, you know, 1800. AC on, car's running cool.
Oh, yeah.
Runs good. It's a lot of fun.
So what engine management is the car running?
Thanks for asking. I forgot the MS2. It runs a Mega Squirt 2nd gen. It's limited with outputs, but it's a powerful little machine for what I want to do. The car runs on E85. And
who's tuning it?
I tune it.
Oh, you tune it?
I tune it
wow,
myself.
That's impressive, man.
Thanks.
So you wrench on it. I mean, obviously NPR built the engine, but
yeah,
you do
NPR,
most of the wrenching. And,
I do.
And you tune it.
Anybody that owns one of these cars, unless you have a ton of money, you're gonna learn about cars. There's no way around it. So my dad's had a shop for
You
years.
respect that, man.
Yeah, so you got a wrench. That's just all there is to it. But yeah, I do the tuning and I do all the maintenance and I do a lot of little stuff. I don't weld and I don't do chassis work. So.
Yeah, of course. Leave that up to the professional guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I see you got a little e-boost 2 here. Is that so that's the boost controller? Can you change it on the fly, or is it always one setting?
Jacob Power by the Hour is really good with the wiring. He actually allowed me to change boost. You can't really see it, but I got 2 buttons up here and I can gauge boost up or down based on how traction's going. So.
Oh wow! So on the fly with your hand on there, you can.
That's traction management system.
Traction management system.
The index in the middle.
That's awesome. Sweet, man. And what? So I mean, the car hooked up pretty well. I mean, when we warmed him up, it you know, spun him a little bit. But what tires is the car on?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the current tire compound technology, I don't think anybody could be going as fast as they are. What I'm currently running is the newer Mickey Thompson ET Street R. It's a 325 50/15. Had gone as fast as 860s and high 1.2s on a 17-inch M&H, which is a great tire. But the car can currently cut 124 and 125.
Man, that's getting it. Yeah. Especially at that weight, man.
At that weight with this tranny, yeah. Thank you. If it wasn't for the tire, we couldn't do that. But that's in big part to the Mickeys. Up front, I run an M&H. Have a pretty good service history for going fast in a heavy car. It's still a radial.
TRC approved.
Thank you. That's a big deal.
So we have quite a history with this car. I mean, we've filmed it so many times over the years, and you've gone through so many different setups. So, like, I mean, when you first got the car, what was it running, and what's it running now?
That's funny. Yeah. When I first got it, I swore I would try to keep this one in A and just drive it on the street. The car probably ran at 1270 on motor at 109 stock motor.
What year was it?
That was probably back in '96. It was a nice little.
That's still moving.
Yeah, it's
back in '96.
It's not bad for a motor car that was heavy. Then obviously we put spray to it and we dipped into the 10s and then we blew the motor up. So
that's how it goes, right?
Yeah, that's how it goes. So
you learn, fix it, break it,
correct.
Race it,
race it. There you go.
Break it again.
No truer statement has been said than that. Then we basically put a YSI blower on it. This is before probably '99, and intercoolers. I didn't even know what an intercooler was. Shamefully so back then. So the car would go really fast. It would go in a high 10 at about, I don't know, 128. And then the next pass, just due to heat soak and the way the programming was, it would yank so much time due to the inlet temps and, you know, be back in the 11s. Very frustrating. That's when I met. Yeah, that's
nice thing about technology these days, right?
Yeah, I met Jake Long from Power by the Hour, and I don't mean to cause any fun of the guy, but nerdy kid. But he was the only guy running a successful turbo setup on a Ford on his SN95, and I was fascinated by it. He was beating much faster cars. The car was consistent. So that's what got me into that turbo route. We started with the 76. We maxed out the 76. I never really pushed it too hard, but it was a Garrett 76 back in 2000 and I guess around 2, 3. And we ran, I think the best time ever there was 10.0. Then we went to an 80 millimeter Borg Warner Bullseye modified turbo, and we actually pushed that all the way to about 8.990 at about 154.
Nice.
That's absolute best. So with the 83, we've gone up to 162, but we haven't had, you know, we found more tranny, we found more power in the tranny. We haven't gotten it to work yet, you know, so that's part of the issue.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Grow and learn with the car, and man, that's a heck of a journey.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah.
I got to give you props, because a lot of people, they'll build cars and kind of sell them pretty quick, or you know, they go through cars a lot, and to stay with a car that long, and just, I mean, it really tells in how the car looks and performs. So major props for that, man.
Thank you. Yeah. I always say anybody can build a car, but going down that rabbit hole to make it something durable and consistent, that's where the magic's at.
Oh yeah. This car is insanely fast, bro. This car is stupid fast. Jeez, man, when you kick it in that next gear,
Yeah.
and I know I see you kind of mess with the button a little bit, and
Yeah, I did.
hit it on that high boost, bro. This thing just sticks you back in the seat.
Yeah, it's a rush,
Wow, man.
That's what we do it, right?
So what's the most the car's made?
Well, with the new intake setup, valves, and some of the other stuff we've done, it made just over 1160. And
At the tire.
At the tire, yeah. And that's
This thing's making probably close to 1300 at the motor.
yeah, easily through the 470. I mean, it's an auto, so
It robs a lot.
it robs a lot,
Yeah.
especially with the overdrive and, you know, the 4-speed box. But yeah, made over that. We can't use it all.
Right.
Like I said,
How much boost was that on?
that was on 25 psi.
All right, Serge. Well, thanks for taking us for a ride, man. This thing is absolutely incredible. So major props, and we'll see you next time.
You're welcome, man. Pleasure to still be working with you guys. You know how it is. I'll try not to go any faster, and then I'll wreck it again and tear it apart and put it back.